Greeting, I'm Vincent. Thank you to join me for the sections on the TrendMicro InterScan messaging security, or usually we call it IMSS in short. Let me start with talking about the messaging security solution in the market in the overview first, then we deal into the TrendMicro offering. In general, we are talking about the messaging security. This is the market solution that mainly is focusing on to protect the company messaging infrastructure. It depends on what kind of the program you are buying, or whether you are signing for their add-on or the additional service. But in general, the solution, it must have 6 components or in the dimension that it should be provided for the nowadays the modern messaging security, where inclusive of IP limitation based participant. Usually this thing nowadays majority is offered to the cloud, right? So to leverage the manufacturer database to provide the filtering first before you come into your own messaging infrastructure. And then, of course, we talk about the pattern-based active spam based on the fingerprint on all those spam messaging. And at the same time, of course, that in at least all these kind of solutions must come with the administrator can be defined, block, or allow this, the typical blacklist and whitelist in control, so that you can be micromanaged as per needed. And then we talk about the mail antivirus, so that if the email messaging coming into your network that they have some virus, it will be contained or removed as per depend on the policy. Nowadays, of course, we talk about the zero hour, also called the real-time malware detections, using some form of sandboxing is common nowadays. And of course, inclusive of the email intrusion prevention, or for the so-called APT kind of the protections. InterScan messaging security, or we cut it short for IMSS. In the very quick high-level overview, this is the mail gateway security solution to address for the messaging security, like what I talked in the market solution. In terms of the protection point, he moved on the messaging gateway, usually deployed at your gateway level. He will be controlled in terms of your inbound and outbound messaging data we're talking. And then, of course, he also have one additional layer of protection in the internet cloud protections. In terms of the target attack, it being particular well and to be focusing on to address for compliance risk. We talk about the data loss preventions, inappropriate content, malicious web link, so and then the spear phishing, and then the spam bonnet, spyware, and virus. We will talk in subsequent slide in how we explain this in more detail. In a high-level overview, IMSS in general, usually traditionally or actually the brand practice, it performs so-called hybrid deployment, where depending on the scenario, you can have an IMSS on-premises is either the physical server, or nowadays it's more common where we go to the virtual client. And then of course with the one more function is on the cloud, right? We're talking as the software as a service, where is for those IP duplication services to be functions. And within here, he had one add-on module to be called data privacy and encryption module. Is an on basic that to cover the compliance and encryption requirement if you have it, right? So the rest is basically the same. It will be mainly is for the email filtering first. At the same time, he will identify the spam to be there, and then only provide those clean, I call it a clean email into the mailbox for all your user, right? So he will spend your user will spend less time need to go through the spam and inappropriate content, and definitely focusing on the email intent that he really need to work on, right? You just imagine that 100 email, if let's say that 95% is spam, well, it means that the user need to spend it on only 5 email. The time saving for per user per day multiplied by years by how many employees is a huge productivity saving as well. In the quick and fast overall value and benefit of the deployment of IMSS, of course we talk about the save the resources by stop spending in the cloud outside from your messaging infra, right? Outside your network, protect against the malicious link and in-spear phishing attack, right? So block target malware with the sandbox analysis and technology, minimizing the risk with the real-time periodic protections, encrypt sensitive outbound email, of course we talk about with the add-on module, prevent data loss and compliance risk, reduce the management and overall cost, because most of the time-consuming like block filter, all those things we already centralize, category and manage. So further the data center consolidation initiative, because nowadays most of the data center will start on the consolidations, whether in the form of the multiple box become a single box or migrate to the virtualized environment, right? To be easier to be managed from there. IMSS have a lot of the key features. I talked about few. Let's start with the inbound in the cloud email filtering. With this one here, of course, because it's a lower impact at the email gateway, by filtering email in the cloud, because it have yet come into your network yet, you already filter majority over there, right? So at the same time, to reduce the data center footprint and lower your IT staff time, because they have less item to be processed, allow you to deploy new capacity quickly when needed, and include service level agreement that ensure email traffic uptime, right? So this is one of the key features from the IMSS, because he already put in one more layer compared with the traditional messaging security into the cloud. We continue on the IMSS key features, and on data privacy and encryption module that I just highlighted in the previous slide. With this add-on, you can trigger the automatic encryption, quarantine, and notification-based filtering policy, right? If this is your use case, and then to speak up of the data loss prevention, content filtering rule with a customizable compliant template, and at the same time reduce your rely on the user-driven encryption with an automated policy-driven gateway solution. We talk about automations. Eliminate the complexity of key management with the identity-based encryptions, right? So at the same time, enable compliant personnel to centrally manage the data loss prevention policy, and rather of course under TrendMicro product from endpoint to gateway with the control manager for those enterprise customers who are managing it through the central TrendMicro control manager. We usually call it TMCM. That you can deploy the policy there. It will be help you to enforce all the relevant multi-layer of the security control from there. IMSS key feature, we continue real-time protection from removing threat, because the world it keep advancing, so do the security threat. So that of course the quality the web reputation database in real time to block email contain malicious link, check email reputation to block mail from spam source and the fast food service network, improve the accuracy and responsive with the in the cloud threat correlation, because this is one of the differentiation point for those so-called on-premises news strategy, because we will definitely link the correlation with the market or in the manufacturer database in the real time, right? So identify the bulk marketing message to allow separate deposition from those email, detect and block the warning and target attack CNC communications, right? So this is another key features on the IMSS. Of course, we talk about one of the key feature on IMSS. Also, due to reason the benefit will come from is because of a single management console for customization and control. Because why? Because it will streamline your management of cloud pre-filter, scanning of no malicious content, right? And data loss prevention and encryptions. And support for customer policy and the control rule-based filtering. Identify bulk marketing message to allow for customer to manage with separate policy, right? Maybe certain bulk marketing you feel you want, but the rest you don't want, then you can have separate policy for that. Integrate the quarantine, log, and report for easy management, message tracking, and visibility, right? This is one of the key features for taking the IMSS. Thank you for joining me for these sections. If you still feel that from the section you still have some answer, you can find in our presentation. Feel free to browse through our website. We have pretty much all the resources there. Please go to www.e-espincorp.com. Right? We continue with the open discussion session. Please feel free to contact us if you have real case in hand. You want someone to consult you. At the same time, want to really understanding about your environment, your user group requirement, the challenge, and the way you're working, and then whether the technology, how it can be integrated with other of your network or security system in hand, and so on. We are ready to be contactable and to help you on that manner. Thank you.